Welcome to Lunchin with Lisa. We are back for another episode of Lunchin with Lisa, and we are still in the month of January where we're trying to help people to get their year started off right. So we've had some finance going on. We had Gil Crowder bringing the sexy back to the marriage because we got to look out for our marriages and relationships as well. And today we're going to talk a little bit about our vision, our goal, things like that. So we have the guru, the queen of vision boarding, but that's not it. She does other things too. We're going to talk about it all. I wanted to do a few shout outs before we get started and introduce you to our guest for this evening. I wanted to actually remind you that DSM Media actually has a lineup of shows that we produce the background for. Moms We See You is one of them that is every Saturday at 10 a.m. So make sure you tune in. The hosts are Dr. Tashika Green and Jacqueline Griffin. Please make sure you tune in. We actually aired their show on their pages, Mom We See You, and also DSM Media and our pages as well. So please support them and watch their shows on Saturdays. We have two more shows that are gearing back up, I believe, in February. So look out for those as well. I also wanted to do another shout out to my sister. If you all haven't seen my personal page, my sister actually was sworn in as associate judge for Lilburn, Georgia, and Chamblee. So we are extremely proud and excited for her. But that is actually in the midst of her running for Gwinnett State Court judge. So she is still in the running for that, but she is actually she putting the work in long before we're gonna claim this win. But vote for Erica if you are in the Georgia area. Please vote for Erica. Check her out. She does have a page out there on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, I think. But check her out. She's doing amazing things. She's already an associate judge now, Judge Erica. That's my baby sister, and we are so proud of her. So support her and keep a lookout. And if you're in Georgia, vote. I think the voting is in May. So check her out. I also wanted to remind you all that Dove Style Magazine has their February issue coming out next month. January has a couple of great articles in it, so please go visit dovestylemagazine.org as we add in new articles every month. And I would also share that we actually revealed that we have an awards show we're working on for or awards event for this November, December 2022 called Hidden Treasures. And there's more details coming out with that. So please stay tuned. And what I didn't realize, I got two more things I wanted to share. January 31st marks the 1 year anniversary of When Gigi Meets Cam. So this is my very first children's book. It's actually a children's book series under Cam Capers. And this is the first book. I have two that I've actually had for a while. And I need to get back to that and get those two out and keep it moving. But When Gigi Meets Cam was actually released January 31st, I believe. So we are at a year. And I'm excited about it. So please, you can go to Amazon, I think Barnes and Noble, but you can also hit me up personally and you can get a signed copy and we can get that to you. So I just wanted to celebrate the year. And mentioning Dove Style Magazine and that you could go out and get those articles. Dove Style Magazine is celebrating 10 years this year. So we'll be celebrating all year long. So just stay connected. And last but certainly not least, for Touch by Dove Publishing, one of our clients is actually having their book event on this Sunday at 7 p.m. So please tune in and check out these ladies, this visionary, these co-authors. Owning Your Uniqueness book signing event is Sunday, 7 p.m. It'll be live on Facebook and YouTube. You'll probably be able to see it live on the Touch by Dove Publishing page and on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Lisa Dove Washington. But we want you all to support and reach out, check it out. And get this book. So without further ado, I actually want you to meet our guest of the day. She is actually a returning guest. And she does wonderful things. So she's always welcome to come back. And what better way to get the year started off with goals? So I want to introduce you to Tawawn. And Tawawn is the CEO of TL Enterprise, a woman and minority-owned, multifaceted company based in Maryland that provides consulting, coaching, and training services to organizations and individuals, and an umbrella for my words are all over the place. For TL Consultancy. LLC, and the women walking in their own shoes. I'm sure you all, the movement and foundation, I'm sure you all have heard me over the years talk about women walking in their own shoes. And this is, if you heard it and didn't know the face behind it, this is Miss Tawawn Lowe. So when you hear about women walking in your own shoes, that's what we talking about, y'all. Tawawn is an author, certified life coach to assist and teach individuals and organizations how to drive successful change. She inspires and provides the tools for individuals to make significant changes that leads to personal and professional transformation, maximize potential, and the ability to transform visions into achievable goals and goals into results. That's the important part. She assists and supports organizations, management team to become visionary change agents and innovative leaders who can bring forth substantial change and empower their employees, leverage their talent management and communicate their vision to achieve results. Tawawn uses a one-on-one and group coaching, personal development and leadership training, and motivational informational speaking to bring forth change and transformation for her individuals and corporate clients. Tawann's goal is simple. She helps individuals and organizations drive successful changes to become their best, create their best, and achieve results. So welcome, Tawawn, back to the show. We appreciate you coming back.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We love our return guests because they got good information. So we got to just keep giving it to you. Why not? I mean, if it works, don't fix it, right?
Yes. Right.
Yes.
Correct.
Absolutely. So what we want to do is we want to, of course, we introduced her with the bio, but, of course, we feel like that more than the bio, Tawawn can really tell you about who she is, what she does, what she stands for. So tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll go into a break before we get into the meat of tonight.
Okay, tell you a little bit about me. Well, for all that Lisa said, I don't know what else I can say. However, I want to talk about the things that really are important to me. I am a mom of 2 daughters. I have 5 beautiful grandchildren. So yes, I'm a glam mom, and I love being a glam mom. I love helping women. And I love helping women because for so long I stayed under the radar. I did not know my purpose. I was not maximizing my potential. And when I did have that aha moment, that meant a lot to me. And so now I stop. I have to keep pushing forward to make sure that no one else be stuck in the shoes that I was stuck in. So that is really who I am. I am a supporter of no matter what women want to do. If you want to dig ditches or want to be the president of the United States, I'm wholeheartedly there for you. I believe every woman should be walking in her own shoes. And what that means to me is know your purpose, know your passion, and walk in your power. And that's what's most important, no matter what you do. You should know your purpose, know your passions, and just walk in your power, because we all have power to be more than what we're really showing up to be.
That's true. And a lot of things you'll see that Tawawn is doing actually serve as tools to do just that. So, I mean, her whole mission is to make sure you are walking in your own shoes and living in your truth. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a commercial break, and then we're going to come back because we have a couple of questions for Tawawn, but I'm sure she has answers. So we'll be right back.
Okay.
right into it. So I mentioned to you that Tawawn she wears several hats, but one of the hats that she does that really applies to getting your year started off right is vision boards. And the reason that I like to, talk with Tawawn about her vision boards is because hers is an experience. It's different. There's some differences. There's a lot of people that are doing vision board projects and things like that, and it's all wonderful. All of it's good. But I wanted Tawawn to kind of share with us some differences in her approach. So I wanted the first question I wanted to ask you, Tawawn, was why should people even have a vision board?
Uh, it's a good success tool. That's why. It is a visualization success tool. And what it does is it takes the vision that you have for your life and it puts it in front of your face. That's why I believe everybody should have a vision board.
I absolutely agree. And going further into that, to kind of show you the differences with Tawann's experience with vision boards. So I want you to explain kind of your vision board experience, because that's actually what it's called, a vision board experience. She just had one recently, for those who may have attended in person or virtually. But tell us what makes your event kind of stand out from the others, because those were some particular things that I liked about the way you do your vision board experience. It was very different than some I experienced before. So explain some of those differences.
I think the first big difference is that I do not have a vision board workshop. I do not have a vision board party. I call it a vision board. The Envision Your Future Master Class. Then the tagline to it is the vision board experience, because that's what we get out of it afterwards. My curriculum is built around teaching you the importance of having a vision for your life. If you're looking to do the glue, the pictures, and just stick it on some papers, I'm not the one. I'm not that chick. My event is not that, because probably 8% of my curriculum is based about having a vision for your life, why it's important, and what does it take to really have a vision for your life. I use the appreciative inquiry concept to teach Envision Your Future, and that concept uses concepts that works, and they use the D's. So in my curriculum, I talk about defined. We do a chapter on discovery, and that's probably the most powerful chapter that we have in my curriculum, because what I do is I ask, well, what do you want? See, most people will go to a vision board workshop or party and don't even know what it is they want for themselves. Me, I'm trying to get you to figure out what is it that you want for your life, and then what are your core values? What is important to you? Because what you want and your core values, all these things should work together. This is one of the reasons people New Year's resolutions don't work, because it's really never tied into the thing they really want, and it's not tied into the things that's important to them. So my curriculum focuses on that thing. But another thing is my curriculum focuses on goals as well. We talk about, okay, you have a vision, but what are the goals that now match those visions? And now let me teach you how to write the goal, because they say every goal should be written. And most of us do not achieve our goals because we never write them down. And then we never write them down properly and follow a formula, because there's a formula to setting goals, and most people don't even follow the formula. So the difference for me is my approach.
Yes.
I'm really not looking to even do a vision board. That is really just a byproduct of after you've gone through all that, and we talk about the dream, and then I teach you on the design, because I think that's very important. You go to vision board parties and everybody's just pasting and sticking. There's some science to this, and you have a vision board that has pictures everywhere and look at every day. Confused mind don't know what to focus on, so don't focus on anything. So I talk about the designs and the different things, how you should lay out, the different type of vision boards that you possibly create for your life. Everybody wants the car, the this, but the moment I teach people about a mindset board, most people who come with one thing in mind, probably 95% will leave out saying they've done a mindset board. because our mindset is what's important. And let me say this: whether you come to envision your future or go to somebody else's vision board party, if your mindset isn't in the right place, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in your dreams and your goals, aspiration, you don't think a vision board work, it will not.
That's true.
And it will not be because of the facilitator or the party you went to. It will be because of your mindset. So I do focusing also on understanding that your mind has to be aligned to what you're saying that you want. Because a lot of times our mouth say something and our minds be
Well,
our
that's
confidence levels not
that's
there,
been true all our life, right? We say a whole lot of things that don't match nothing that
don't
that we
match the
do.
actions. Yes.
But I mean, I
Yeah.
love, and one of the reasons that I love, and I'm going to show mine too. I know I have mine here. One of the reasons that I love the experience and I've gone to, many of Tawann's experiences, four of them. Yes, I love them. But what the difference for me was that you really required the work first. So, which is the hard part, and then you actually go to putting that into place as almost like a reminder of what you've gone through during the experience. So you broke it down. I had never heard it broken down to where you're doing kind of a vision experience for your career, you're doing a vision experience for your relationship, for all those. It's never compartmentalized that way, which makes so much sense to me, because if you don't do it that way, then it is a whole lot of chaos on one platform, and you just never know what direction. So I think I can't remember, it was more personal, it wasn't necessarily career oriented, but I have it posted on my wall, and I'm gonna show you. I've showed it before. I keep it close to me, because and that's why I know that I got the experience I was supposed to get, because I am still looking at that board and understanding what it meant for me. So that's why I love the difference between, some of the different experiences. Not saying that the others aren't great, but that was what stood out for me in going to your vision board experience. So before we leave here today, if she's planning another one, I'm definitely going to make sure she tells you where you need to go. But I wanted to further dive in and ask you, what made you decide that this is what you wanted to do, as far as giving back, to I mean, women and men, but especially what made you decide this is what I need to do, in my community and for my fellow, friends and family, because it was so important to you.
Second divorce,
Okay.
believe it or not. And I created a vision board because I was devastated. When I got married the second time, I definitely was not going into it with the thought that I would get a divorce. So when I found myself in that place, my heart was broken. My mind was everywhere, and I needed a plan. And I said, what was my vision for my life? What do I want it to be? And the one thing I wanted the most, not to be bitter.
Mm.
I did not want to be bitter, and my vision would be better. And I wish I had it. I do need. I'm going to
Oh, you have it?
have it. Yeah, so I keep it. At some point, I'm going to really put it in my class work. So this was my first vision board that I ever created. This was the first. And if you can
Okay.
see,
Wow.
it says bitter, broken heart, and better. Now, this is all the wrong way to do a vision board. And let me say, when I did this, one day I was just sitting there, laying on the floor upside down, and I was like, mess don't work. I've been looking at it and I've been doing it. So then I started doing some research to understand about vision board, the power of visualization and what that really means, and how to manifest things in abundance, and about using your imagination. I was looking at it upside down and I said, oh, I see why this did work. And I was feeling, because I found out, could you go to school for this? Could you get certified? And then I found you could go be certified. So I am one out of 300 and some certified globally.
Oh, wow.
And so I realized this is all wrong. And I bet you half people watching don't even know why this is wrong. So let me just share. First of all, I saw my goal was to be better, right?
Right.
I was trying to mend a broken heart, but this is what I was looking at every day: a broken heart in dark colors, the word bitter, and then better all the way down here.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
if I didn't want a broken heart more, why did I put a broken heart on here? I'm looking at a broken heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you don't know, you don't know. You know, all
That's
I
true.
know is that you put it down, you put the words and how you want to be inspired. But this was the new one. Do you see the difference?
Yes, I do. The energy is even different.
The energy is even different on here, and it says what I wanted to manifest: heal,
Yes.
love, whole, and loved. And you can see my heart not broken, and heart is radiating in the middle. I wanted to be whole. And that's what that picture represented. And so they're two very distinctive pictures.
Yes,
And
they are.
you can really see the difference. And I can tell you what really got me through, part of what got me through was looking at the new board, saying to myself, this is what I am. Divorce did not determine me, and I am healed, whole, and loved. And
Love
that
it.
really helped. So, like I said, and I found where you can be certified. I started studying it, I started looking at it, and I started using it, and it just became something that I wanted to share with other women. Because one of the things in my divorce that I also realized is that I didn't have a vision for my life.
Mm,
And that was probably more devastating divorce. That
right.
to be this age and to have no vision for where my next step was. I was one of those people, and if people are honest, it's probably a lot of them even watching, got up every morning with no real purpose. Now I was doing things that was full, like I was in
Mhm.
church and ministries and different things, but I didn't have set goals for where I wanted to be in 1, 3 years, 5 years. I wasn't looking at what time it was going to look like for me. All I knew, I'm gonna get old and I'm gonna retire. So in all that, it was really a shift.
Yeah.
And the shift was, okay, you need to have vision for your life. And once I get this vision for my life, I need to use a vision board as one of my success tools to get my vision in front of me. Because you always keep your eyes on the prize.
Absolutely.
That's one of the
Absolutely.
things that you. So it really became one of my success tools. And I will say that one of the contracts that I got with the government, I used the vision board as part of their activities,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I had 6 women. It was a branch, and I was dealing with 6 women, and 3 of them they got what they wanted because they had a vision board. They kept the vision at their desk, and it kept them focused and motivated, going towards. And nobody had ever taught the importance of having a vision, even for their career.
Wow. Well, and I saw it when I experienced your when I went to the vision board experience with Tawan. And you probably don't remember this. I think my cousin went one time, and it really, I think, moved her. Cheryl, I think, it's on here.
Hmm.
Because it forced us to go deep and deal with some of the things, and I mean the reality of where we are, what we need to deal with. I think sometimes people do these vision board experiences, and they kind of do the vision board based on what they all of their wishes and dreams and the butterflies and stuff, instead
Hmm.
of actually finding out, okay, what is it that I want out of life, and then focus on that. So one, you had us during the experience, long before we got to putting anything on a piece of paper. You made us write a letter to ourselves, if it was our obituary, I think.
Hmm.
Was it something like that?
Write a
And
letter to your future self.
to our future self or something. And it was so powerful because the amazing thing is, you think you would know what you're going to say because you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. But it was like hard, because that was just a hard thing to do, but it was empowering, and I won't forget it. And that's what motivated me. So when I did my board, that's probably why I still, stay connected to it. And I did see Cheryl in the comments said she keeps hers right with her, because then it was no longer just a vision board. It was actually literally an experience. And usually with experiences, if they're good, great, you don't forget them. So I mean, I thank you for that. But that was what stood out for me. And writing that letter was probably one of the hardest things that I had to do. Not that I didn't have things to say, but just to literally think in that mindset.
Mhm.
Um, it was interesting. But I loved it. I mean, I loved it. So um now, this is not the only thing Tawawn does to empower women and help you to find your goals. And we did mention women walking in your own shoes. She's had events where she really motivates women that are powerful events. But tell us a little bit about some of the other things you have going on, because Tawawn has several things going on. She has a business. I'm gonna let her tell you what the name of it is. But she has a business product that helps you to chill, relax, and it is amazing. But all of these things still pour into you being able to find your best self and then move forward. So tell us a little bit about, you got publishing, you got tea, you got the vision board. Tell us about what you're doing.
So let me say this, Lisa. Probably the envision your future that I had in January that just passed, the one we just had, a shift. I literally
Okay.
made a shift, because one, I felt like I'm getting closed into vision board, and that's
Okay.
not what I want to do. I really want to help people to manifest a vision for their life. So one of the takeaways from me after I left that was I'm going to be doing a retreat come October.
Okay.
Um, a retreat for women where you get away a couple of days to on really diving into where do you want to be in the next 10 years of your life?
Okay.
What will that look like for you? What do you need to get there? What resources do you need? And what healing do you need to
Hmm.
stop blocking you from getting there? So I have reached out to a good girlfriend of mine who's a therapist. So she's going to be a part of it. So it's really going to be a healing, but restorative type of event, where you can go and get away. I do not have a date yet because with the current situation we're in, it's like, will I be able to get away? How far would I get away? I'm looking at mapping out and to see where I go. One of the biggest things that comes out of the Envision Your Future masterclass is always my boot camp.
Okay.
I goal setting boot camp. So date has not that, but at least I will share with you so you can share with your
Absolutely.
audience. Yes, so it will be in March, and I'm purposely not having it in February and waiting for March is because March is the time when most people no longer are working on their New Year's resolution. They forgot what
Okay.
they was working on, and they need that kind of reboot. So I will be offering that goal setting boot camp because that will be an opportunity to come in, start thinking about what you want, and it will be a 3-day boot camp. And it
Okay.
is, if anybody's ever attended, is grueling. I'm a pit bull when it comes to it because I was living without any goals, so I'm very hard on making sure people know what their goals are and what they work on. So we will be having a boot camp. Like you, Lisa, I am celebrating a 10-year anniversary. It is the movement. We've been walking in their own shoe 10-year anniversary this year. I just
Hey.
in 10 years, I'm like, what in the what? Time has really gone by. So
Absolutely. Congratulations.
thank you. I do want to say though, on March, look, let me pull up. Look, I got to pull up the calendar.
I so understand.
On March 20th, and Lisa, I will share the link with you. I do not have. We're still building the page, but we are
Okay.
having an empowerment tea. We are having an empowerment tea.
I
Yes.
love that idea. Absolutely.
And the theme for the tea is transformation, elevation, and action.
I love
Um,
it. I
and
love it.
we're really going to be talking about it's time. It's our time as women. It's our time to transform so we can elevate In order to elevate, you have to take action. So we're going to talk a little bit what it means to transform, what transformation means, what it means to elevate. We're going to talk about our mindsets and some of the things we need to do. It's going to be a hybrid.
Okay.
So it will be virtual. There's only going to be maybe 10 people at 5.
Okay.
Excited about it. The tickets are going to range from about $4 to about $25.
Okay.
And the sponsor of is what? Tea Lovers Cafe.
I was getting ready to lean into it because when I heard what I was like, okay, so we going right into that this is actually amazing. So go into your sponsor because as a matter of fact, your sponsor has actually been the sponsor for our Power Shut Up Symposium and a couple of things that we've done whether it's Dove Style Magazine or whatever. So tell us a little bit about that sponsor of yours.
This sponsor of mine is called Tea Lovers Cafe. If you see anything that's associated with Tawawn, when you see TLC, you just know it's me. Tea Lovers Cafe, TLC Consultancy, TLC Publishing Company. Everything of mine is TLC.
That's right.
Yes, TLC is a premium loose leaf tea company, and I'm here to tell you the tea. Not because it's my business, but because it's my business. The tea is delicious. Okay, the tea is absolutely delicious.
Absolutely delicious. I'm telling you, it's wonderful. I am a victim of doing testers and continuing to turn testers into pictures because I would just keep going back and going back. The tea is amazing.
Yes, and I went to tea because Lisa will share with you. I used to do this box, a TLC box. It was a monthly subscription box, and I was looking for things to empower you, but to also resonate with your spirit and help you to just unwind and be comfortable. And I really couldn't have a tea business that would give me what I wanted, or at the price I wanted it. So I love tea. So I was like, I'm going to tea business. I don't know why I said that. I don't know what I was setting myself up for. However, it has provided a stream of income. It has been a wonderful business. I'm loving it. It's steady growing. It is www Lovers Cafe. Definitely go check us out.
So wait a minute. So let me share a little bit because I know it's her tea and her tea is absolutely amazing, but I am a coffee tea mug kind of person. So not only does she have wonderful tea, but you have to actually pay attention to some of the glassware or things that she has that goes along with it. I swear her displays are outstanding. I'm sold every time and I'm like, I want the whole thing. And she's like, well, wait a minute. No, I'm not selling the teapot or whatever. But I just I love the whole concept of tea. I think the chill mode, actually, I think I shared with you a few days ago that I actually try to take some chamomile every evening. That's not because I'm stressing every day necessarily, but just the act of being able to take a moment to sip and bring things down, because I'm one of those people that my mind is always thinking about the next step, what to do, troubleshooting, whatever. And I need that moment to just say, okay, it's time to check out from the world of chaos and have a moment to myself. And I think tea brings you that space.
Without it, it's definitely good for. It has so many benefits. Definitely for stress, just help relieve stress, to calm your nerves. It has less caffeine than coffee, so that's a plus right there in itself. And it's just good tasting. And if you do it in the loose leaf form, it's even better. Than it's not as processed, things like that. And we have over 21 different blends. And that he asked, can I tell you something so funny? This weekend we both were at the same event, just different located differently at the same event. Gail's bringing sexy back to marriage, so I brought them some samples of red velvet. This is one of our new. So Gail's assistant, Latrice, gave some to her daughter. Her daughter told her, "Mom, I need you to go buy me some of that tea, that red velvet stuff." Now the daughter is 9. Okay, she 9 years old. Talking about I need some tea. I was like, so I
Yes.
am loving the tea business. We have grown a little bit where that now we're offering refresher. It was just a loose leaf, but I'm now putting it in a bottle as a refresher's cold. You don't have to buy it where you really can make it at home yourself cold.
Okay.
And I'm not even going to take money out of my pocket. I prefer that you go home and make it, and I don't have to make it. But you do it that way. And also now, thanks, Latrency. I just got to put that out there so she'll know I gave her a shout out. She gave me a name over the weekend for my tea with it's called tea with a twist, because some of my teas very well with alcohol. So if you like to have a little tonic,
Oh my.
yes, I have cranberry bliss that goes very well with
The little
some
tea,
berry
little tea
vodka.
toddies. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
talking about
little
some
tea
tea
toddy.
toddies?
So
Okay.
yes. So with the business, one of the things that we are doing is that, to help me get the business out there, get more awareness. I'm now starting to add individuals to have tea parties for me. So if you have a tea party for me at your house, business or whatever, I come, I do a display, I bring about 5 of the different blends. I bring it in 3 ways. I bring it hot, I bring it cold, and I bring it with the twist. And as a
Oh,
sponsor, as a host, you get one of our tea kits, and you also get some money off on any sales that come. But yes, we are moving how we are approaching the tea business, so I can just market it more and get it out there. And
oh
yeah,
my. Okay. Well,
yes,
yes, I'll be contacting you. Even if it's just look, I can do a tea party all by my daggone self, because COVID out there in them streets. But
yeah, COVID out
um
there in them streets. Yes, they are.
yes,
Yes.
but some of the flavors that they are just on point. So I will definitely be getting contact, and congratulations to you on what you're doing. The tea was just, you hit the jackpot with that, because um that has become one of my favorite pastimes, as far as just taking that self-care moment, because I'm not a coffee drinker,
Yeah.
and caffeine was an issue for me. But when I found teas that I could drink that could just make me feel nice and warm and relaxed, and chill, I'm sold. So I will be. Yeah, so y'all watch out, because I'm gonna have me a tea party. Yeah, we gonna talk tomorrow, because I have some ideas. See, that's what I'm talking about. Your head just be going. I first want to shout out everybody: Dion, Cheryl, Sharon, Cherie. Everybody is out here. Happy New Year, because I haven't had a chance to see everybody into the new year. But Happy New Year. Welcome in. Tawawn Lowe is with us, talking about ways that we can actually set our goals and visions, and actually achieve them, because that's the end result. It's the results that Tawawn focuses on, because we can do a whole lot of things kind of playing around on a yellow brick road, but where we trying to go? We going home? We stay? What we doing? So she kind of helps you to weave out all of those things. And I am not just saying that because this is what she does. I've actually had the experience. I mean, I'm talking about with the tea. I'm talking about with the vision board. So she is not playing. She really means to help you to get to that next space, so that you can make better decisions about where you're going in life. So before we move on and have another commercial, I really wanted to share with us first where you can find you for the Tea Lovers Cafe. I think we put the website up where we can find you, and any other projects that you're working on, because I know you mentioned TLC, so you all know when you see TLC, you're talking about Tawawn Lowe. She has a publishing company. She has a wonderful book out. So tell us a little bit about the other projects that you're working on and where we can find you.
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook. All those are there at Tawawn, for my business page, and on IG, TL Consultancy. There is a Tea Lovers page on Facebook. With the publishing company, I'm so under the radar with that because yeah, I got a lot of other stuff going on. But
Right.
one big project for me under the TLC Publishing Company is I have a series going on. It's called Everybody Needs a Little TLC, and it's literally to be 4 books. The first series is about 9 subjects look into these 3 different books. So the first series was about it's 90 days of affirmations and insights on self-awareness, self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-worth. It has over 21 authors, and the youngest author is 16. The oldest author is 60. The second series is self-love care. Everybody needs self and self-care, and sometimes we have to speak those things into our lives as well as over our lives. Again, it's 90 days of affirmations. And one of the reasons that I went with the 90-day approach is because there's some science to 90 days.
Right.
It takes 90 days to build a lifestyle. I know
Mhm.
everybody say you can break habits and you can do that, but it takes 90 days to really develop a lifestyle. Anyone that is a coach understands that affirmation is a part of self-talk. It's a part of building a grow abundance and a positive mindset. So that works. That's why, and that's why I chose affirmations. One of the reasons why I
Absolutely.
chose the 90-day approach. And it also has different insights for different perspectives. Like I said, the ages from 16 to 60. So you get perspectives, and then it gives you a declaration to speak over your life. So the books have a trifecta effect to
Mhm.
help you learn, to help you heal, and that's probably that is my biggest project under the TLC publishing company umbrella. Series 3 will be coming out at the end of February. That book is about dreams, goals, and intentional living. So the 3 series are about 9 subjects that helps you with becoming your best self and creating your best life. Those are all the 9 areas of our lives that we need to focus: our dreams, our goals, intentional living, self-love, self-care, self-awareness, self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-worth. And if you're a coach or anybody working in the field, you know how all of those things work together. And I'm going
Absolutely.
to say that was just God divine, because Tawawn never came up with that on her own. I'm not even going to try to take that credit. God
I
gave it to
I
me.
love it. I love it.
Mhm.
So thank you for that, because so you all, you definitely need to check out Tawawn, see what she has going on. A lot of wonderful things that can empower and inspire you. So check her out. What we're gonna do is shift into another area of the show, because of course it's lunching with Lisa. So Tawawn might not know yet, but she's gonna lunch with us a little bit. So we're gonna come right back after commercial break, and then we're gonna tell you what we're gonna be lunching about. Okay, we are back, and you all know that I have my handy dandy lunch box because we are lunching with Lisa. And I encourage everybody to please send in your topics of discussion for this section of the show where we talk about what people are lunching about. I actually kind of enter them into the lunch box, and we choose something and we talk about it, and our guest doesn't know what we're going to be talking about. That's the fun part. I be lunching like that. I just can't help it. So what we decided we were going to do is find something that people are lunching about. I try to pick an area that's in your lane, like what you don't. I actually figured out after a conversation we had pre-show today, of what I'm lunching about or people are lunching about, but I'm gonna let my guests go first. So tell us a little bit about, maybe in the area of coaching or even with the vision board experience, what are people lunching about when they either come to your event or just in the world? It could be a current event or anything. What do you think? What's hitting you that people are truly lunching about these days?
Learn about vision boards don't work and coaches. People don't need coaches. Now I don't
Okay.
know which one gets on there the most. And I'll put vision board aside. People don't need coaches. Let me say this. When you have a child that's into a sport, football, basketball, hockey, gymnastics, what you do when you know they have a raw talent that needs to be worked on so they can be the best in that field and go, you go coach.
Hmm.
You're gonna go get your child a coach. What makes you don't need one to help you life?
Hmm.
If you really could do it all, you would have. And since you have one, get a coach.
How about
That's what
that?
people be launching off. And they don't get it, um, I'm a firm believer. Let me tell you this. I will wear red bottoms. I don't because they hurt my feet and they're the most comfortable shoes. But if you can invest in red bottoms, you can invest in a coach. You can invest in a coach. And the thing about it is people look at them, and this is what I will always say. Well, I'm going to use this example. I was teaching at Big, and this
Hmm.
lady was so upset because she had not got a promotion, she had not got a job. And I asked her, well, why don't you go back to school, take some training? And she was like, I'm not going to get all this student loan. I'm not going to get all this. I said, so what you just said to me is that you're not worth education.
Hmm. Hmm.
And she was like, that's not what I said. I said, yeah, I'm not going to get all that. I understand what comes going back to school. And there's different ways to pay for it. But at the end of the day, when you can carry a $500 pocketbook, you can get a student loan. And I think the same debt, but at the end of the day, the investment is in yourself. If you and how about this? When you have a vision for your life, though, and when you have goals mapped, you probably would not trip as much over I'm not get a student loan, and she was very stuck on what the government should do for her. The government don't do anything for your career. Anything
Hmm.
that you want for your career, you owe for yourself. So sometimes when people start talking about I don't need a coach and I don't need this, I think you just stop and pause because we all need assistance with getting to the next level. A coach is there to
Absolutely.
help guide you and to give you some very good insight and tools to help you make that next step, get unstuck, whatever you need to do, depending on the type of coach you want to go to. So stop talking about what you don't need and stop back and look. I mean, we pay for car insurance, but do we need it all the time? But it's a
Yeah.
good investment because when you have a car accident, you're covered, and you know you can
Right.
get your rental car, get your car fixed. But I'm just saying, you are your greatest asset. You need to invest in you, and we can invest in all the things that make us look good on the outside, but we need to invest in the things that will help us with the things on the inside and how we show up in the world. So that's one of the things people be lunching about, and I be like, y'all lunch about that a long time.
I like, I like that because I mean, and I've had a coach, and I'm telling you, it's one of the best things I did because you need. I just personally think you need somebody outside of your own head. But I do think that people are lunching about coaching because it's an ego thing. I just personally think that sometimes people are not willing to pass over what they feel like is control over what they're going to do, their thoughts. So it's kind of like going to premarital counseling, which I'm a true fan of, but you
Mm-hmm.
really have to let go and let
Mm-hmm.
someone outside of you, because I mean it's almost like editing your own life. You gonna miss things, you're not gonna catch everything because
Mm-hmm.
you're automatically gonna know your story. So
Mm-hmm.
you need somebody with a clean set of eyes that can look at it from a different perspective and just suggest, because I think that that's a wonderful thing that people do lunch about. But I mean, I think you have to be you strong enough to take um guidance from someone else
Mm-hmm.
about your life. And a lot of times we're so self-oriented that we feel like that we're the only ones that can decide what we're going to do with our lives, and it's our life and it's mine, and all of that's true, it's yours. But in it being yours and it being that special to you, you also have to make decisions on, of course, discernment, but trusting others to help you to get there. We can't do it on our own. So I love that. I never thought about that, but I do agree with you. Now, to kind of go into kind of piggyback off of what you were saying and what we talked about previous, for some people that follow me on Facebook, I know I mentioned that I had about had to go to the hospital kind of thing. But I mean, I'm transparent. Y'all know that I don't have any, secrets. It's not that serious for me to share because there's somebody else that's going through it. And fortunately, when I talk to other people, I find out that I'm not alone. There are other people that gone through it. And of course, I always got to know the why. I got to work on that. But it helps for other people to share what I did. So what happened in the nutshell was I actually found out that I had a really bad case, or I guess I'm still in it, of vertigo. And so that's what I'm working with. And so I got chewed. I'm gonna be real transparent, y'all. So I got chewed out by Tawawn Lowe and Sharifa Smith about why I am even doing Lunchin with Lisa. So they're right on some respects. I get it. And what I say is that people are tripping on or lunching, because this Lunchin with Lisa, lunching about learning how to tell themselves no. So I am a work in progress, but I'm not always good at saying, okay, Lisa, no, this can wait. And a lot of times we talk ourselves into thinking we good, and then we don't want to let people down, or we don't want to stop our flow because but it is debilitating. I had never found out that I actually probably did experience vertigo, just did not know to call it that's what it was. But I have to work on the no to me. I'm pretty good sometimes with no to other people, even though I got to work on that too. But to self, sometimes a no is required, not because you're mad, mean, or any of those things, but because you just need to take that self-care that Tawawn talked about previously. So I think people are lunching about that. We stay on these little regiments, and I got to do this, got to do this. And a lot of times we don't just say, okay, no, this can wait till tomorrow, or no, this can wait till next month. Because we be lunching. So yeah, I was lunching a little bit. I am going to take it easy because it does not go away. But in sharing it, I've learned some things that I can do to help me along. But the worst of it for now has subsided. And thank God it wasn't other things. So somebody else has opened my eyes to, thank goodness it wasn't something else. So that's what I've been working with. It is terrifying, but I will get through it. So thank you for that, Tawawn. And yes, they did chew me out behind the scenes before we got on, and they are not apologetic about it. Yeah, they used the word no a lot before we went live. So that's our lunching segment, so to speak. So what I want to do is we're going to take another commercial break, and we're going to come back. No, we're not going to take a commercial break. Usually what I do at this section of the show is actually highlight a product or something. I always encourage all the guests, if you have a t-shirt or you have a product that you want to send me that I can, actually shout out. I love to share what people are doing and their products and bring some exposure to it. What I will say is that I will do one giveaway. Some of you may have already gotten your copy, but I will do one giveaway because it's the 1-year anniversary of When Gigi Meets Cam. So I will give away a copy of When Gigi Meets Cam, and I will make sure I sign it and get in the mail to you. So I got to figure out what people can. We're going to use Tawawn was our guest tonight, so I want you to at least name one of her projects that she's working on. And the first person to name one of her projects will get a copy. We'll get your information. You'll get a copy of When Gigi Meets Cam. So if you all can put that in the chat, we'll keep talking a little bit while you all decide. But the first person that lists, if you've been listening, one of Tawawn's businesses that she's been working on, let us know and you will win a copy.
Can I win?
Tawawn? No. But you tried. So wait a minute. So Maria said more teas. I'm not sure what that means.
I think Cheryl Davis has it. I think Cheryl Davis have it.
Okay, so Maria, we're gonna have to pay. We wasn't sure with the more teas, but Cheryl Davis, the Tea Party events, that is a new project she's working on. So yes, sure, you will get a copy of When Gigi Meets Cam. And I will definitely be in touch with Tawawn about these tea parties. So y'all will hear more about that for sure. So what I wanted to do is go ahead now and take a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to find out again how we can stay in touch with Tawawn, find out what's going on with her, and give them a little motivation to push them into 2022, Tawawn. So we will be right back. So we are back. We're almost finished this hour of Lunching with Lisa. I have enjoyed every minute. What we want you to do, Tawawn, is share with everybody on social media where they can hit you up and find out all the wonderful things you have going on.
Okay, before I do all this, y'all, Lisa was supposed to be at Envision Your Future this year. So I have her packet. Oh my God. It's heavy. Right here.
Oh my.
So this is her kit. So when you come to the Envision Your Future, the vision board experience, that would be one of the difference too, because you get that kit. It has all of the thing that you need in that box to create your vision for your life and put it on a vision board for yourself.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I got to get my kit.
You know what, Lisa? I'll bring this tomorrow, matter of fact, because I have to come out.
So okay. That's y'all. So remember, y'all, that's mine. But you can get your own when you
can get your own, and you can get it at you can get it at my website, www.tour.com. You can find me if you put in Tawawn Lowe. You can find me on Facebook. Tea Lovers Cafe is also on Facebook. We're going to ramping up our presence on Facebook with Tea Lovers Cafe because we have a lot of new products coming out, a lot of new flavors coming out. I'm here to tell you, the tea is not just a good drinking tea. The experience starts when you open the package and smell it. I mean, the aroma itself gives you an experience. So please go find Tea Lovers Cafe page and please join us there. Find me on IG under TL, I think it's _, consultancy. Please look out for what we're going to be doing. Literally, I'm going to be having a tea. One will be on March 18th. The next will be in June 20th. There will be every 3 months, leading up until October, where we will have the big tea. Hopefully, we can come together for the big tea, and that will be the celebration of our 10-year anniversary of the movement. I think it will be the 8-year anniversary of the foundation.
Oh, wonderful!
I do want to say this, that harvest, plant seeds, water, so you can have the harvest that you want. Some of who you are is dependent upon the seeds that you sow. And when I talk about sowing seeds, not just the seeds that you sow into your life, but it's the seeds that go into other people's life. If your life doesn't look like what you want, then you have to look at the seeds you've been planting. And if they're not giving you what you want, then I think you need to go out there and you need to do some plowing. You need to pull up them seeds and you need to replant so your life can look like the life you want it to look like. All about the seeds that you sow. If you want a good harvest, you got to sow good seeds. And that's what I want to leave for your guest on today.
Absolutely. I couldn't say anything better than that, you all. I think this has been a pleasure As always, Tawawn has visited us
Thank
many
you.
times and shared some wonderful information. As you can see, she has some wonderful products and projects going on. So I know you will be hearing more about it as it comes. You are welcome to come back anytime. And I want you all to remember you can tune in to Luncheon with Lisa every Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We love to bring guests on here and share, because I think a lot of times the word's not getting out. So that's what we're here for. Because people might be falling under the radar, as Tawawn said, but we want to make sure that we shining that light on all these wonderful things that help people so that they can then find their own purpose and do the daggone thing. And then we're gonna have you on here as a guest on Luncheon with Lisa too. So tomorrow you starting the train rolling. So thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you all next week.
Thank you.
Yes, and February is Love Month, so look out for some treats. As far as guests, I love month. You know, I find a reason to love every month anyway. So, but see us next Thursday live on Facebook and YouTube, and we will catch you then. Have a good one.